first of all, you can see I have got total hoods. So, you know, I am not lucky enough to have an open lid here to just literally just ding and done. So I have certain things that I have to work around, as well as trying to get it right. Okay. Plus, hey Sarah, plus with with hooded eyes, you get transfer, it goes everywhere, it wears off, it crumbles, hey Jane, all those other bits and pieces. And some of us won't have hooded eyes until we're older, and some of us just never get hooded eyes. So, but the tips that I'm going to share with you today, you can do on any particular eye. It's just about learning how to positioning it on your eye, because I know some of you have got inset, you've got the, you know, beautiful normal eyes that you can just literally just string, and you've got hooded eyes, you got all sorts of different eye shapes. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to show you what you would generally know as an eyeline pencil. Okay, this eyeline pencil is a really creamy one. If you're using this one, or one like this, you want to warm it up. So warming it up on your fingers, on your hand, just to make it glide easier. You can also apply it on your hand and then get a brush and apply it like you would a gel product. Okay, so you can't do that with cheap ones. Some of them you can. You'd have to try. Okay, so there's that one, and I'll share another tip with this one as well in a minute when I'm doing it. So you've got black, you've got brown, okay, of those. And then you have got what we call the gel eyeline, okay. Hey Beth, hey me. And this is like a creamy pomade kind of mixture. However, it does dry out very quickly. So getting one of these, which is called a Revolution, well, this one is a Revolution Pro mixing liquid, and it will turn it into, hey Tara, turn it into sort of a more of a creamy texture so you can glide more. Plus, I think this one, my other one does, it turns it into waterproof, so it doesn't smudge or anything. It doesn't say it's waterproof or anything. But you can add in pigments, you can add in eyeshadows and all sorts with this. It's a really good product to have in your makeup kit. And then you have got this type of thing. Don't know what you call them. No name. It's kind of like a powder. So it's dry to touch. So when I can't get my nail in, when I touch it, nothing comes off. Really, there's a little bit of colouring, but not much. But you add a little bit of water to it, like a tiny little bit of water to it, and it turns into like a face paint, and then it dries like powder. So that's a really good product. I don't know what they're called, but I recently bought them off a company called Burn Beauty. So just pop me a message if you want to get one of these. I can't even remember how much they are individually because I bought a whole load of them. They were in colours like this. These are for, oh, you can't really see, this is like a bright pink, a bright yellow, a bright green, reds, and then we have blacks and whites and stuff. They're for like my neon photo shoot looks. But they're very good. And then another product that we're going to have is the eyeshadow. Okay, now the eyeshadow is the most simplest way of doing an eye line. Okay, you can't go wrong with this. It's more of a sort of a smudgy look rather than a pristine line. Okay, so that makes it good for people that have got shaky hands. I don't know why I was doing that, I couldn't think. Shaky hands. It's good for people that can't draw in a straight line. It's good for people that are just starting out. It's good for hooded eyes, that sort of stuff. Now, you could, if you wanted to, mix that little bit of water with a little bit of the eyeshadow. You could just put a tiny, not water, mixing the fluid on your brush and then dip it into your eyeshadow. But I'm literally just going to go in with the eyeshadow, okay? So I'm going to show you this one first because this is the easiest one. Just clean my brush 1 second. Okay, so the brush that I am using is this one. Now, that is an eyeline brush. Okay, that's what an eyeliner brush looks like. Or one like that. Now, I prefer this tiny one, which is a detailed liner brush, okay? Because it's smaller, I can do it into smaller sections. It's not fat. You can see how can I show you? It is a very, very thin end, so you can draw it really, really easily. So you need it in that angle, okay? So the longest bit of the bristle needs to be on the bottom of the eye, okay? So I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to get a bit closer to the camera because it's easier than zooming in. And you have to apologise, I literally have no makeup on whatsoever. I've not even cleansed my face because, guys, I have got something very, very exciting to be bringing to you guys very, very soon. Today is going to be a full day of recording videos and all sorts. I will be giving away, so I'll be offering, you guys know, nobody else outside of this group knows yet. So I'll be doing masterclasses. And it will be particular masterclasses, and you'll get a full makeup kit free with the masterclass. Okay, so I'm going to you can go with whatever colour you like. Now, eyeliner needs to stand out a little bit, so I wouldn't be going in with that one. It wouldn't be dark enough. I wouldn't be going in with that one. It wouldn't be dark enough. You can go in with sparkles if you want, but I'm going to use these sort of colours here, okay? Just because it's an eyeliner and I want it to stand out. But first of all, a lot of the times our eyes don't, the eyeliner doesn't stick or it smudges and stuff. Now, that will be because you've got oily lids. So first of all, I would clean them. I'm not going to now because I'm literally going to wipe all this back off again in a minute. And then go in with a primer. Now, it doesn't have to be an eye primer at this stage. If you're doing eyeshadow, yes, definitely go with an eyeliner, eye primer. But I'm literally just going with any old primer, okay? And I am just putting it on my lids and just tapping it in. I'm not dragging my eyes at all. Guys, if you've got questions, although I'm totally blind and can't see, I am quite close to the camera, so I'll be able to read. So feel free to quiz away. So tapping that in. And then just getting a translucent powder, not very much. I'm just going to use the puff because I haven't got the brush with me. And literally just tap it on because you do not want oily lids. There is another eyeliner that you can use, which is a pen, and I've totally run out of mine. So the one I like to use is, oh, I can't get it now, is the Revolution. It's in a rose gold tube. It's really dark. It's a really nice pen that you can glide, and it just stays put all day as well. So that is a really nice product to use. And it's only £5. And they do black and brown. No, black, brown and blue. Right, so make sure that all the powder is off. Like, there's no loose powder because it will drag, okay? And then we're going to go in with the eyeshadow first on one eye so you can see. Now, I will swipe the comments off here because I'll need to see in the mirror, in the camera. But the most important thing with eyeliner, with a wing eyeliner, is your positioning, okay? So you want to be followed. So you look at the bottom waterline, this is this here, and you want to follow that, okay? If you go like here or here, you you'll drag your eyes down, so your eyes will start sort of looking droopy. Okay, if you go up way too high, your eyes are just going to look, they just won't look great. Okay, if you go too flat, it just widens your face. Okay, so it doesn't really it doesn't do much. You can go a little bit more flatter than high, but as long as you are following that. Okay, so if I get really close, so you will be following that line. Okay, if you want, you can go up a little bit towards the brow, or you can go out towards your ear a little bit. That's down to you. That's down to preference. Okay, so I'll go in with the grey colour. So with eyeshadow, honestly, it is the easiest thing. So follow your line. I'm going to have to get a mirror now. If I can figure out how to open it. Okay, so there you go. So you want to be following there, and you want to be going out as far as you want to go out. Okay, pretty easy, yeah? Following so far? Does that make sense? Give me some love hearts if that makes sense. And I'll move to the next thing. I know that Facebook is a little bit slow, so I'm just making sure that you are following. I'm just going to dip my brush into the shadow again, because I'm going to make it a little bit thicker now. If you are using eyeshadow, tap it off. You don't want any loose product. Okay, so I'm assuming you guys are following, and then what you want to do is you don't want to come out right at the point there. You can make the point a little bit longer in a minute if you want, and you literally just want to go, so close your eyes and literally, so I'll pick my head up and go as far high up, low as you like. It is honestly down to preference. Okay, and pull it out, so you are looking like that. So it's a straight line pretty much so far, and then you open up and you can see that section. Okay, so for anyone that doesn't have a hooded eye, if you want, you can go thicker, but with a hooded eye, you do not want to be going any higher than where that fold's going to go. Okay, and then you would just fill it in. And because it's eyeshadow, you can blend it. It doesn't have to be a clean line or anything like that. You can clean it up with one of those Q-tip things. Primark sell them. I think Superdrug have started selling them as well. Ones like this, like little points on them. Right, so I've just put some more eyeshadow on. I'm now going to drag it across here, so it's right across. Look, you can see I'm not being like straight line. And then if you've got any fallout with eyeshadow like I have here, just clean it up. Okay, so there's your wing eyeliner with the eyeshadow. And then what I would do is I would set it with setting spray just to keep it there. Eyeshadow is not going to last as long. It will last you all evening. But if you were to mix it with this, I'll show you. So I am literally going to put a little bit of that mixing powder on the end of my brush, and I'm just literally taking off the excess of the oily water on there, because I don't want it in my eyeshadow palette, and then literally touch into the powder. So you can see straight away it's more intense. It is more of a sort of a creamy product now. But still eyeshadow. Okay, so really easy. So that is that look. Okay, you can then, with a brush like this, you can smudge it out a little bit longer. So if you want longer wings, you can also go in with the same shadow colour and go in and under and just sort of smooth it out. I really should have put makeup on, but I am. I'm going to be taking it all off in a minute to start all of my recording. If you guys want to grab that masterclass, just give me a shout and let me know. So there you go. So it's just as easy as that, and then just sort of fill it into that area, okay? Should have brought my cleanser. What am I going to clean my face with? Right, so that is that eye look. I will do the other one with a black pencil now, okay? Again, same thing. So you'd still prime it, you still bit of powder on there, so it's not oily or shiny or anything like that. Let me just see if there's any questions a minute. No, everyone happy? Cool. Right, so again, you would line up that area here and you would draw it out there, okay? You want to make sure that you have, like I said a minute ago, warmed up your eyeliner, so it's easy to draw. So warming it up by doing this, popping it on your hand and just sort of making it a bit more creamy like this, okay? Not too much because you don't want to waste it. And make sure it's fairly, this one doesn't go too sharp, but make it fairly sharp because it's easier to draw a line with. So following like this, I would close my eyes to start with just to get the sort of the gist of where you're going, and then open your eyes to see if that is on, like on level with that bottom waterline, okay? And you can go out as, just don't go out too far because otherwise it just looks really spindly and funny, but go out as far as you are comfortable with. If you want a sort of a natural one, I would just stick where I am here. And then here again, lining it up with your eye. And again, with this, you don't have to be too precise. You hear the doorbell, then I've got Gusto. Gusto arrives. Who else has Gusto delivered? Love it. Right, because of that, because I've used that, I can now go in with just a brush like this and just smudge it out. Oh, I keep shutting this mirror. And then I can't open it. Who designs a mirror you can't open? Right, and then you can smudge it out using the brush like this again. So it's always the longest down. And when you're using a pencil, you need to act quite swiftly because it dries, okay? But you can sort of blend out. You can go a bit thicker. So you can see this one is a little bit more of a different angle and it's a bit longer. This one I've kept short so you can still see it, but it gives my eyes sort of a bit of a lift, okay? So that's two products. That's the eyeshadow, that's the pencil. Right, let me just clean this off. I'm going to use oil to clean it off. It's fine because I'm not going anywhere. Oh God, guys, seriously, please tell me to stop closing this mirror. I think it must close every time I put it down or something. Right, so what I'm going to use next is the gel and then the powder that turns into sort of liquid. If you're wanting one of those, guys, just let me know. And also an eyeline pencil, I can help you there. I can't help you with the gel. I can recommend some gels. And the eyeshadow that I've used here, the palette I've used here, is so cheap. I think it was £4 from Superdrug. And it is really cute. You know, I wasn't expecting anything, and I was like, this is good. This is just the collection one. It's a really nice little palette, and it's got a nice combination in there as well. So, right, they are clean. I'm just going to put a bit of powder on there because I have just used oil. See if there's any questions. Hey Jen. Hey Michelle. Thanks for joining me, girls. Right, okay. So last two products. I'm going to go in with the powder that turns to liquid when you add water. It is literally just water, okay? Now you will have to trial and error how much water you need, because you really don't need very much at all. So I'm going to go in with this brush again. Clean off the black, and then I literally just tap my my brush into the water, taking off any excess water, okay? Plus this will help to smooth out the brush as well, so if you're wanting a really fine line, and then dipping it into here. Just need a little bit more water. So what you want the mixture to look like is a bit shiny but not wet, if that makes sense. Yay, it's open. Right, so again, position it. This is all about positioning, girls. So position it here. This is where you want more of a cleaner look. Okay, so again, I would close your eye just so you can see where it needs to go, and then just check. Okay, and then if you want to go a bit longer, you can do. Okay, now because this is a wet product like a pen or anything like that, you need to make sure that you don't open your eyes for a bit. Okay, and then you want to be drawing down. So I use the brush bristles longest on that side for this section here, matching up there to drag it down there. Okay, so we've drawn a line up and we've drawn a line across, and then you just fill it out. If you make a mistake, it's fine because it turns into powder, so you can go in and you can clean it down, and then you know, using a cotton pad, and then it's clean, and then you can put a concealer on top. So there you go. If I wanted to wing it out a bit more, I could do, so I could wing it out like that. If I want to make it a little bit more solid, I would just draw a line there again. For me, I can't go any more than this, thickness wise, because it's going to go under my hood. So at the minute I'm looking down, but if this was dry and I look straight ahead, it would hide in under my hood, which you'll see in a minute. Okay, so the last product, which is probably the most used product, especially with makeup artists. One, because they can take it out of the tub, and two, because it's just easy to pack it on. Okay, so I am using one little drop of the mixing liquid, and then about that much. This would do both eyes, to be fair. You don't need very much. And I'm doing it on my palette. You could do it on the back of your hands or whatever. So I am literally just mixing the black with the mixing fluid, okay? You need more black than you do mixing fluid, so probably not even one drop, to be honest. It's just to make it a little bit more fluid, a bit more easier to use. If there are questions, then Facebook are not showing me, so I apologise and I will come back to them. I don't know why Facebook does that sometimes. Right, so that's my mixture. If you can see it, there, that one in the middle. Test it on the back of your hand so it's not too liquid-like. You want it to be like a gel. And then, again, same thing with measuring out the bottom line. So I'm going to go longer just so you can see. And then you want to be going, you want to leave a tail unless you're going to extend that tail. But here you want to join sort of like 3/4. Can you see? See where I mean? And you want to be drawing a triangle. So this is where your maths comes into it. You want that angle like that, okay? And then you want to just draw it along. So I'm doing a thick one on here just so you can see it a bit more and how you could do it. You can also use your brush like this to pack it on. So you could literally do those movements. It's up to you. I like to draw it and I like to do it this way. You can start here and move across and then up. I just prefer this way, and then you can sort of taper it off, okay? And sometimes you don't have to go all the way to the end. Again, if you are just doing a very subtle eye line here, I wouldn't even bring it into to the center, but I'm going to bring it in because I'm doing a full-on look. And I'm going to bring it right down. So just make sure that you have filled in all of the sparse areas. I am totally blind without my glasses. And then what you want to do, clean off the gel off the brush, just with like a flannel or tissue or something, and then go in with powder. You need to set it, and especially if you have got hooded eyes, it's just going to transfer. It doesn't matter how good the eyeliner is. And you literally just pick the darkest one and just pop it on top. This will also help fill out any sparse areas that you've got left. And because it's powder, if you wanted to, you could, this is way too long for me, but if you wanted to, you could like make it even longer with just a bit of powder, which will just blend it out nicely. So you can see, as soon as I open my eyes with this one, that black solid chunk there goes under my hood, so it's too fat. I can't wear the eyeshadow like that, eyeliner like that. So anyone with hooded eyes, be careful of where you are placing that triangle. Sometimes you can do sort of a square, so sort of a square here and down, so that bit of triangle doesn't, depending on where your hood is. So my hood goes right across. Some people's hood starts just here, so you've got that area that you can use, okay? And then the last little tip, so you'll notice that I haven't used that brush. I could have done that with the gel if I wanted to, but I don't really reach for that brush, to be honest. The other tip for hooded eyes, And anybody that's wanting more of a solid look without having to put a thick liner up there is to tightline. And where I mean tightline is hold your eye up and literally with an eyeliner. What you want is one that's a smudge proof one, because you don't want it to go down the bottom. And literally get right in to the bottom of your lashes. You get used to this, by the way. And there you go. It's instantly thicker and darker and more intense. You can even, I'll show you. Hang on. I'll just quickly remove this eyeliner. And then this is the last one, guys. Hopefully it's made it really easy. Pick the one you want. Pick the one you like. So I'm just going to literally take off all the eyeliner. And I'm going to show you a tip. If you have hideously, really strong hooded eyes, I am pretty much getting there now. You know, it's not going to be long until it's right over. I blame my dad for that. I have surgery taking that off. So you can see that. So just make sure that you let that eyeliner dry so it doesn't transfer down the bottom. It's instantly darker, but if you have a hood that goes right over but you still want a wing, do the tight lining and then literally again follow that section and just drag that out. So you're literally just doing something there. And then getting your eyebrow pencil brush, your eyebrow brush, literally just sort of sweep it across and out a little bit as far as you want to go. And you've got an eyeline wing without actually having an eyeline wing. Does that make sense? I'm going to see if... Guys, I don't know if you can comment, which is really annoying. So if you have any questions, please just ask. I just can't see anything at the moment. I can see who's on here, but I can't see any comments. So if you have got any questions, then please just pop me a message or comment below and I will come back and I will answer all of the questions. And if you want to know more about the masterclass with the whole free makeup kit, then just give me a shout. I will be releasing it to the whole world soon, but I wanted to offer it to you guys first because you're in my makeup group. So it will be full in-depth training on a particular makeup set. There are others that you can learn, but you also have mentorship from me. You also have the group access. You also have sort of the whole lifetime access to me, basically. So, you know, you can always come in and ask me questions and I will happily help you out. And likewise, I still will help you guys out being in my group anyway. So don't feel that you have... Oops, sorry. Don't feel that you have to join that to get help from me, because I'm here for you. All right. Right, there you go. So I have just shown you all those products. Hopefully that was of help. Like I say, if you've got any questions, then please just drop them below and I'll spend my lunch break answering all of those. If you don't want to message in here and you just want to message me privately, just pop me a message. All right, guys, have a nice day. See you later. Bye. Oh, don't forget Friday. There's a tutorial as well.